Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Del Mar Racetrack here on Friday. It is the 18th of August, 2023. Gonna look at the 7th race from Del Mar, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the 7th race from Del Mar, which is always a good, exciting race. The 7th race, it's the CTT And TOC stakes. I believe it's the California Thoroughbred Association, blah, 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 stakes. It's going for $100,000 purse. Race fillies, mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 9 horses entered to go the distance of ground of 2,200 meters or mile 3/8 on the Jimmy Durante turf course. The rails are far out at 38 feet, so just keep that in mind. My top selection, I'm going to go with the number 7 horse, El Raya, as a top selection. Let's go 7-4-5-9 in the superfecta. 7-4-5-9 super. Top selection, 7 horse, Aylara. This 5-year-old mare by Glen Eagles. Phil D'Amato trains. Umberto Rispoli, who's having a great summer, gets his mount. The horse's most recent outing came 27th of July locally here at Del Mar. Mile 3/8 and option 40. And the horse won by 1/4 lengths. First start in 11 months. First start on the West Coast. He really took off clear. Had a wide poster, but he sat well, stalking all the way around the race course. When he quickened up, nobody was catching this horse. 82 bar. That was a very good, strong run. Come back here second off the bench. I think the horse could really have a good run and win here today. Umberto Rispoli and Phil D'Amato, they have a great number together, 22% striking rate, so, quite nice. But previously, this horse running here on the East Coast under the care of Christophe Comont, most recently last September at Saratoga, closing weekend, mile 3/16 of the Mellon, and allowance race 115,000. The horse finished 9th by 6 1/4 lengths that day and lost all chances when this horse got checked not once but twice. Once going into the clubhouse turn and once going into the top of the lane, got bodies checked out of it and then just lost all chances as a favorite. Never was really comfortable. Just had a horrible trip that day. And then closing weekend at Belmont last season, a mile 3/8 on the inner and allowance race 92,000. He finished second by a neck that day. She stalked all the way around the race course. She had the lead. She got caught late in that all-out finish, but she ran her heart out that day with the 78 buyer. And then 17th of June last year at Belmont, a mile and 1/8 on the inner and allowance race 92,000. He finished second by 2 1/4 lengths. Was a little bit wide, but again was closing up well late. Not a bad race at all. Even before that, as a 3-year-old, this horse was running in Ireland, and some of the races were okay, not great, but was facing soft ground on some of those races where the horse just wasn't handling it. I think the longer trip should suit this horse well. Second off the bench, training well. She could definitely win. I think your wise guy horse is the 4-horse Queen of the Temple for Joe Bravo and Blacker. Most recently, possibly perfect at Santini over the mile quarter closing weekend. She finished second by a neck that day behind Neige Blanche, who had the jump on this horse. But this horse really was, closing up well late. Versus mile 3, she probably would have won. Prior to that, in the Santa Barbara over the 1.5 miles at Santa Anita, she won by a neck, and she had an easy tracking trip. When she quickened up, nobody was catching her that day. And then the Santa Ana over the 1.25 miles, she finished second by 3 1/4 lengths. The winner was much the best, but she really ran her hard out that day. She hasn't won on this turf course, but she's always run these sneaky good races locally. Back to a mile 3/8, she could definitely win. And a bit of a price for the late pick 4 would be the 5-horse Paris Peacock, Doreen Van Dyke, and Tom Proctor. Most recent going a mile and 1/8 here. She just had a very bad trip. She didn't break so well. She was very wide. You need to have a good trip and break well going 2 turns on this turf course. She gets a better poster here today. She can sit a little closer. I think she's been crying out for some more ground. It wouldn't surprise me. It's 12-1. Let's use this horse in the late pick 4 or late double, whatever you decide to play. But to recap my selection for the 7 from Del Mar now, it's CTT and TOC stakes. Going to take the 7 horse Aylara. There we go. Can't speak. Pardon me. I haven't finished the coffee yet. It's my 5th cup of the day. I'm going to give kudos to the 4-horse Queen of the Temple and the 5-horse Paris Peacock. 7-4-5-9 super. 7-4-5 in your multi-race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.